Welcome Minneapolis Junior Senior High School fans back to the gym here. February 2nd, 2018, Groundhog Day. As the Lions resume home play and league play after playing again in 3 games at the Eli Walter tournament in Elbing, Kansas at the campus of Marine Academy, where the Lady Lions took 5th place with a 2-1 record. They lost to Gossel in the opening game and then beat Burton in the semifinals and Douglas in the consolation finals. Tonight we entertain Sacred Heart from down the road in Salina. Dale Leach and Mike Perry here to bring you the games tonight in our chilly upper atmosphere here in the confines of Minneapolis High School. A little bit about the teams that are playing tonight. Sacred Heart did beat Minneapolis back on December 17th, I think it was, 15th, by a narrow score, 51-49. Overall, they are 4-10 and 3-4 in the league. They are being outscored on average by their opponents by 13 points, 53-40.5. Minneapolis is 5-9 overall and just 1-5 in the league, so a couple spots behind Sacred Heart in the league standings. The Lions have been outscored by their opponents an average of 0.2, 41.6 to 41.4.
Make up a little ground tonight by taking down the Lady Knights, that's for sure.
Nice. This is the 58th game in the series. Minneapolis leads at 33-24. Here at MHS, we lead 18-9. 1 year ago, Mike, almost to the day, we opened this gym up against the Sacred Heart Knights. The Lady Lions won that game 57-41 to avenge a 2-point loss at Sacred Heart in December. Right now in league, Minneapolis is 7th, ahead of Southeast of Saline, a team they beat. Excuse me, 6th. I'm looking at the wrong stat. 6th with 1-5 record, half a game ahead of Southeast of Saline. Leading is Ty, Russell, and Beloit with 6-1 records. Ellsworth at 5-2, Sacred Heart 3-4, Republic County at 2-5. 2 teams that I wish we would have beat. I felt we could have beat, we didn't beat, so we sit behind them. In the sub-state standings, which Minneapolis will be hosting, the Lady Lions are 7th with a 5-9 record, ahead of Southeast of Saline, that's 4-9. Just ahead of us is Hoisington with 6-8. Riley County 9-4. The first 4 teams: Russell 13-2, Hayes TMP 12-2, Beloit 11-3, and Ellsworth 10-4. 4 pretty good teams, and Riley County's no slouch either. But I think the girls can hopefully start to make up a little bit of ground tonight here against the Southeast of Saline
Sacred Heart
Knights. Excuse me, Sacred Heart Knights. I fought myself saying the Trojans, and that would have been natural coming out from Southeast of Saline. Sacred Heart Knights. Getting ready to have the introductions. And I'll let Mike take over.
Activity programs at Minneapolis High School are primarily for student participants. The purpose of these activities
Sacred Heart Lady Knights are in town.
and the opportunity for personal growth.
Close game last time. They clipped us by a bucket in Salina.
This competition is being conducted
And I think we have the advantage here tonight. We've been playing a little more consistent on the offensive end, and
high school association.
especially with Kirsty
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to welcome you to Minneapolis
hitting the Kirsty Nelson hit those threes in the last game, gives her a little more confidence.
5 threes. Tied school record.
And now for the starting lineups. For Sacred Heart, number 5, Emily Cochran.
Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups. First up for the Lady Knights, a 5'6".
She can hit some threes herself.
For Minneapolis, number 2, Caroline Giles playing the point. Zoe Shoup is on the bench with the broken hand, so she will not participate anymore. And for Sacred Heart, Hannah Getz, number 20. And for Minneapolis, Kirsty Nelson, shooting guard. For Sacred Heart, number 21.
It's Allie.
Catherine Merrick. And for Minneapolis, Courtney Walker. For Sacred Heart, number 32. That's Amber Holland. I call it Palin, but I've been corrected quite a few times. For Minneapolis, Charisma Vigneri, shooting guard. And for the Lady Knights, Dale mentioned number 35, Anna Ivy. She's a senior, 5'11". Be quite a matchup for Faith Kornick, who is just introduced. Faith, 6 foot tall. It'll be a good battle inside. We can see if Faith can stay out of foul trouble and keep her presence on the floor is a key to the girls. Plus the outside shooting, as we've always indicated, that he knocked down a couple of threes and opens up that inside. So
it really does. It's very, very essential to be able to shoot from the outside, much as the Kansas State Wildcats exhibited last Monday when they couldn't.
Ivy to jump center for Sacred Heart. Faith Kornick for Minneapolis. Sacred Heart will line up defensively for the tip. And as I mentioned, they clipped us by 2 points in December at their place, and we need to play well here tonight. Get that victory. They're both about the same height, aren't they, Dale?
Yep.
And we're underway. We get the tip. Carolyn Giles has it. Sacred Heart goes right into a zone defense right away. 1-3-1 type. Giles has it out on top. Gets it off to Vigneri. And they pressure the ball wherever it may be, whether it's the wing or the top of the circle. Giles' pass is tipped out of bounds by number 32. That's Amber Palin. Possession will stay with Minneapolis. Nelson to trigger in the inbounds play. Walker has it. Just underway. Charisma Vigneri. Giles open in the corner. Has a look now. Dishes it off to Walker. She had an open look, but a really nice pass to the opposite side, and Faith Kornick is right there for the bank shot. Right in it went. Minneapolis takes a early 2-0 lead. That was a travel. No call as she tried to gain her balance, took an extra step. Minneapolis in a zone. As well, 2-3 zone. Skip pass. Shot on its way, no good. And the rebound's pulled out of there by Palin for Sacred Heart. Now on the baseline, shot up and good. And they are pronouncing that fallen, so I stand corrected. We clear the timeline with the pressure. And Faith Kornick is fouled as it's a 2-shot foul. Had her on the arm. Gets with her first personal foul. Kornick to the free throw line to shoot 2. Free throw up and good. I think both teams, Yale, boys and girls, have played a little more consistently of late. Boys have played fairly consistent all through the year. The girls have been up and down a time or two. Faith hits the second of 2, and Minneapolis takes a 4-2 lead. Skip pass, Merrick has it. They look to reverse the ball. 2-3 zone. Sacred Heart seemed to be in a 1-3-1. Or a matchup. 2-3. Outside shot on its way. It's good. It's a 3-pointer by Getz. Full court pressure put on by Sacred Heart. We break the timeline. Nelson has it. Dribble drive into the paint. Stops and pops. It's going to fall off. And Faith had her hands on the ball. Is taken away by number 32. 32, excuse me. That's Paulin. Left wing, Merrick. Skip pass. Sacred Heart moving the ball. Cochran had it. Now down low to Ivy, and she walks. Shuffle to feet as she had the ball down in the low post. Took an extra step. Now they will apply the pressure. McNary has it, gets it off to Giles. We had a 2-on-1. Now Charisma from the outside, shot no good. And the stick back is up and in by Faith Kornick. Nice offensive rebound, and putback was up and in. And there she's playing good defense on the other end as well as she jumps that passing lane and tips the ball out of bounds. Good defense so far from Minneapolis. Getz has it. Cochran on the right wing. Now from the baseline shot, no good, and the rebound is pulled down out of there by Charisma Vigneri. Nelson on the left wing, dribble drive into the paint. She is hacked. They're going to call that on Ivy, I believe.
Would be team foul number 2.
Ivy's first personal foul. Courtney Forte into the contest. We've got our Twin Towers in. Now Nelson from the outside, front rim no good. Tracked down out of there by number 32. That is Paulin. Paulin dribble drive into the paint. Turns and shoots. No good, and Faith had the ball, but lost it. 3:38 left first quarter, 6-5 Minneapolis. Free from the outside, no good. There we out hustle them for that 50-50 ball. Carolyn Giles has it. Nelson. And there's a reach-in foul there, whistled on number 4. That is Alexis Tatum. Excuse me, that's number 5. Cochran.
Team's third foul.
Rodriguez in, along with number 23. That's Slagle. She's a freshman. Nelson wide open from the outside. Good. That's a 3. That's what they were seeing the other night, Dale. That outside shot of Nelson's. That'll tighten up the defense a little. Oh, off the leg. That's a good call. That's going our way. Nice play by Faith Kornick to tip that ball, and it ricocheted off the Sacred Heart Lady Knights' leg. McNary. Yep, good call again.
On the freshman 23, Schlegel. 4th team foul on the Knights, none on Minneapolis so far.
Nelson to trigger in the inbounds play. McNary, dribble drive on the baseline. Gets it to Faith Kornick. Now Nelson picks up her dribble. Carolina almost palmed the ball there. Moving screen, I believe, is going to be called on Faith Kornick.
Yep.
Number 32, Faith Kornick. First personal foul.
That is the call.
Throw the knee out or the hip. Yep, they're moving. It's the way the ref motioned to Coach Weatherman. Nickel dimer. Rodriguez gets it off to Cochran. They clear the timeline, and they, good grief, grab it, girls. We were right in the passing lane. 2 girls had a hand on it. It still goes out of bounds. It will remain with Sacred Heart. Out front it goes. Rodriguez. Skip pass to the other side. And that's intercepted by Charisma Vigneri. Layup up, no good. Tip try, no good. Forte has it. Goodness, she was wide open. I wish she would have shot.
Foul on Cochran of Sacred Heart.
Cochran with a reach-in foul. As Dale mentioned, that's her 2nd personal foul.
5th team foul on the Knights.
Nelson to play it in for Minneapolis. Forte, like volleyball, shot up and good by Faith Kornick.
We got a reach-in foul on Giles.
Carolina whistled with their first personal foul.
Or holding, I don't know which it was.
Cochran reverses her dribble and runs right into Nelson. Nice play by Faith Kornick.
Great denial there.
Doing a wonderful job on the defensive end. Minute 43 left. First quarter. Gets back in along with number 21 Merrick. And Walker is coming in. I think Nelson must have caught an elbow in the nose. No blood. Minneapolis staying in that zone. Rodriguez shot no good, and Walker has the rebound on the backside for Minneapolis. Kornick all alone down there. Now they get the ball down to Faith down on the low block. Traveling is the call.
Lost it off her foot.
Good first quarter so far for the Lady Lions.
Vigneri with the steal.
Yeah. McNary with the thievery and the easy bucket.
13-5 Minneapolis.
Charisma, right place, right time. I should have let that one go. It was going out of bounds, I think. Forte with a nice try to intercept. Nice hands by Faith Kornick. Nice job. Just got a hand on that, or they would have had a layup on the backside. Minute 3 left first quarter. Gets entry pass to Ivy is tipped away.
Another
And the
denial by Kornick there.
Jump ball is the call as Vigneri ties up Sacred Heart. Possession arrow will stay with Lady Knights, and they'll play it in under their own basket. Shot from the outside, rimming off, and the rebound on the backside is missed as well. Now Ashley Reebrock hands it off to Charisma Vigneri. Her shot no good, and long rebound is tracked down by Faith Kornick in the corner. The ball is tipped out of bounds there by Holland. Minneapolis to play it in. Free throw line extended. Ashley on the left wing has the ball. Skip past Courtney Walker has it. Yeah, they're playing a box and one, aren't they? Inside shot by Faith Kornick. Front rim no good, and Sacred Heart has the rebound. Skip past the other side, and that ball rims out of there, and Forte claims the board for Minneapolis, and we throw it right back to Sacred Heart for some reason. Terrible pass. Goodness. Got lucky there.
We sure did. After one
13
quarter
to
play,
5.
13 to 5.
We'll be back after this 1 minute timeout with the second quarter. Turnaround jump shot in the lane by Merrick is up and good. Walker down the lane she goes. And she's bumped as she gets down to the low block. Foul is whistled.
Team foul number 6 on the Knights. We're in the 1-and-1 from here on.
That's Ivy's second personal foul. Nelson to play it in. Didn't throw it to anyone on our team. Sacred Heart with the ball now. Minneapolis still in that 2-3 zone. Now outside shot is no good. And Faith Kornick just a little bit taller. Gets it from Ivy, but the ball is tied up by Sacred Heart. And the possession arrow will favor Minneapolis. Nelson gets it to Walker. Carolyn Giles has it. It's clear of the timeline. Outside shot by Charisma Vigneri. It's up and good. It's a 3. Looked good all the way in. Cochran now down low. Left-hand shot up and good by Schlegel. 2-on-2, Charisma stops and shoots. Carolyn Giles has the rebound, but steps out of bounds.
Kaylee Probasco in for Kornick.
Sacred Heart to play it in. Down low to Ivy, and she dribbles it off the foot, and it goes out of bounds.
Good source of irritation there by Probasco to help feed that along.
Good help defense. Nelson to Giles, 1-on-1. She's going to take it all the way in. Shot, no good. Now Sacred Heart. Shot from the outside, rimming off. And she walked with it as she tried to regain her balance, took an extra step. That's Cochran. Turnover gives it right back to Minneapolis. Rodriguez back in for Sacred Heart. And Faith Kornick back in for Minneapolis. We play it in. Faith has it. Gets it to Giles. Giles off to Walker. 2-on-1. Charisma from the outside. Front rim no good. Gets her own rebound. Tipped over to Giles. Now the entry pass is tipped, and Faith couldn't get a hand on it. We turn it over. Sacred Heart has it. Rodriguez on the left wing. Out front, Cochran has it. Gets. Now back to Rodriguez. Patient offense as they look for an opening in this 2-3 zone. There it is. She's right in the middle. And the ball tipped out of there nicely by Courtney Walker. Nelson, left wing, dribble drive in, stops, shoots, good. A little more confidence in her shot, isn't there, Dale?
Yes.
She stopped, put that one up off the glass. Nice denial. Yeah. Faith right in that passing lane. Giles gets it off to Walker. Now Nelson from the outside. It's good.
Boom. 21-9 Minneapolis.
Full timeout is taken by Arnold Schmidberger as a weapon from the outside emerges from the dust. Kirsty Nelson has been hitting threes. She hit 5 in the game down at Douglas, down in the tournament. She's hit 2 here tonight. Puts
Minneapolis had a couple of them too.
Yeah. Gives Minneapolis a nice 21-9 lead. 1 minute timeout. We'll be back. This is Eagle Communication, Channel 20. We're back after that timeout. Sacred Heart plays it in. Rodriguez couldn't stop her momentum, and she's whistled with the traveling call. Forte. Giles. Pass well behind Faith Kornick. She could not get a hand on it. Picks up her dribble. Ivy gets it across to Cochran. And there, Charisma gets in the passing lane. We've done a really nice job denying that entry pass down low. Rodriguez out on top. Gets it off to Cochran. Cochran looking at Schmidberger as he's given instructions. Minneapolis still 2-3 zone. There, a nice pass and ball reversal. Number 21, that's Merrick, and she has a nice bank shot off the glass. Now Rodriguez with the reach-in foul.
That will put Charisma Veneri at the line for a 1-and-1.
You're right, Dale, they're over the limit.
First personal foul, team 7. At the line shooting 1-on-1, Charisma Veneri.
Rodriguez first. Charisma Vigneri toes the line and knocks it down. Front end of the 1-and-1. Second one rims out. Halfway down and came out of there. Cochran stops and shoots. Bank shot no good. Forte had it for a second. Ball was tipped out of there by Sacred Heart. It will be awarded to Minneapolis. Vigneri back to Nelson. Bounce pass to Giles. Dump down pass to Faith. Oh, I like that.
Yes.
Pass
24 to 11.
over the top, and Kornick with the long arms got a hand on it, and her shot right up off the glasses in there. Minneapolis, pretty good shape here so far in the first half. Out front, Cochran. And once again, quick hands, and this time of Courtney Forte, and that ball was tipped twice. Forte touched it, and then Sacred Heart touched it. It's going to be Minneapolis ball.
2:21 to go in the half. 24-11 Minneapolis.
And there's a reach-in foul on Ivy. That's going to be her third, Dale.
Yep. She was a sitting duck for Charisma Veneri there.
Yeah.
Charisma hit 1 of 2 last time.
First throw on its way, no good. Ashley Reeprock into the contest. Second throw, front ram, and rolls in. 2 out of 4 from the charity stripe. Cochran out on top. Minneapolis doing a good job covering up that three-point line. There, Cochran's open. Shot no good, and Ashley
got the rebound and then traveled.
Comes out of there with it. Tried to stop her momentum as looked like everyone was fast breaking to the other end. There you go. She's got a run out now. Stops, pops, and hits. Took her time. She had a run out, and she just stopped there on the low block and put her up and in. Merrick shot no good. Faith Kornick has it, gets it off to Giles. All the way in she goes. Courtney Forte, I wish you'd just go right back up with it.
Yep.
She's had it down low a couple of times, tries to dish it off. No one, excuse me, is open. There's a shot in close, no good. And the rebound is finally pulled down out of there by Faith Kornick.
She's fouled.
Schlegel with the reach-in foul.
Be a 1-and-1 opportunity coming up for Faith. 9th team foul on the Knights here. 55.9 seconds to go in the half. The score 27-11 in favor of the Lions.
Faith at the free throw line. 1-and-1 here. First throw on its way. It is good. Second one on its way, no good. Rimming off. Ashley Reeprock pulls that rebound out of the, and the possession arrow favors Sacred Heart. But a nice job by Ashley. She had the rebound and was tied up by Sacred Heart. Cochran has it. Skip past the other side. That's Merrick. Now down low, and Probosco, I believe, is leaning a little bit too much on Schlegel. her first personal foul.
That was on number 31, Kaylee Nebraska. First personal foul, team third.
They play it in, out front it goes. Cochran. Toes are on the line there. It would have been a long 2. Cochran again, shot no good. Carolyn Giles has it, gets it off to Courtney Walker. Good hustle by Carolyn Giles. We hold for the last shot. Ooh, yeah. The dribble came up a little bit too high, and she carried it. 15 seconds to shoot. Now good defense. And that's just what we needed right there. Good defense by Charisma. Legneri with the steal. Carolyn Giles has it. Now down low. Walker, shot good. Oh, yeah. Nice play there, that's for sure.
And the Lions take a big lead here at half. Wow. 30-11 over the visiting Sacred Heart Lady Knights. Just what the doctor ordered. It gets more than prescriptions.
A very good first half of basketball for the Lady Lions. We go to the locker room, as Dale mentioned, with a comfortable lead. We don't get that very often.
No, we don't.
We got some halftime entertainment. This is Julie McCulloch's granddaughter.
Oh, okay, from Kansas City.
And Eric, I don't recognize Eric with all that hair. Usually has it a little tighter to the scalp. She's fairly limber, Dale.
She really is.
Yeah, she's been taking some dance lessons for
Oh,
a
no
while.
doubt about that.
Yeah. Well, hopefully she can shoot the 3 like her dad.
We'll have to get her to move here from Kansas City
Yes,
to make that effect.
absolutely. Oh, that's scary. I heard she was going to dance. A little bit of gymnastics, ballet. Wow, it's quite a move.
Very nice. Very good job. What's her first name? Did you hear, Mike?
I can't understand. what he
Kaylin,
said.
maybe?
There's yeah,
Hug from her uncle.
Uncle Caden.
All right. Well, we'll be back with some stats.
Welcome back to the gymnasium. Minneapolis Lady Lions with a 30-11 lead over the Sacred Heart Lady Knights here in Minneapolis. It's cold outside, but the ladies are warm. Got some good shooting going on. Minneapolis doing a pretty good job. Point totals, real quick, for Sacred Heart. Catherine Merrick has 4 points. Hannah Getz has 3 on a three-pointer. Amber Pollen had 2, and Schlegel off the bench had 2. Schlegel played real well. Now Anna Ivy has 3 personal fouls. She picked up that third one there in the first half and had to go to the bench. Coach Schmidberger elected the player, and that's what happened. You get that third personal foul.
Yep.
Minneapolis scoring at one point in time, wasn't too long ago. Dale looked at the scoreboard, and you could tell that we only had 3 players that had scored. But after that point in time, we got a couple more buckets. One from Ashley Reprock and one from Courtney Walker right at the buzzer to finish, to give us that 30 points in the first half. Kirsty Nelson with 2 big threes from the outside set the tone for Minneapolis. She has 8 points. Charisma Vigneri has a 3 from the outside. She has 7. And leading all scorers here tonight at halftime is Faith Kornick with 11. And Minneapolis leading at halftime 30-11.
Minneapolis was up 13-5 after one quarter and outscored the Knights 17-6 in the second stanza, take the 30-11 lead. Rebounds unofficially, Minneapolis with 16, Sacred Heart with 12. Turnovers pretty even, Minneapolis with 10, Sacred Heart with 11. Sacred Heart led at 1 point early on, 7-6. Then we got the first tray from Maneri, I believe. Moved us in front 9-7, and we have not looked back.
I didn't even remember back that we were behind at that point in time, but since then it's just been hammered down. And as you mentioned, we didn't look back, but there's some girls playing pretty well out there tonight.
The denial defense, especially under the basket, has just been superb by Kornick.
Yes.
Forte, when she's in there, had a few guards doing their thing. Really harassed the Knights. We've had a couple turnovers picked up on the Knights out of the press. But defensively, I would say the most impressive has been on the Sacred Heart half of the court, defending the basket.
Yes. Faith Kornick, long reach, long arms, has been able to tip that ball away numerous times as the entry pass comes in to their post. And as you mentioned, Anna Ivy, pretty decent down low on the low block. Just not have been able to get under track down low and hasn't scored at all. Just picked up 3 fouls just trying to maneuver around Faith Kornick. The Lady Lions playing well. Hope that continues here in the second half, Dale.
I do too. Well, we've got a nice lead to start off. 19 points, so I hate to see that get frittered away. We'll be back with second half action. Welcome back for third quarter action. Getting down to 30 seconds left on the clock before the start. Minneapolis up 30-11 with a 19-point lead. And with possession arrow, we'll inbound the ball.
Sacred Heart trying to, looks like they are in a denial, a little bit of a denial 2-3 zone. And the reach in foul on Cochran. It's her third. Got a little bit too much of the arm on Carolyn Giles. Like they're trying to trap. Nelson, now Charisma in the corner, Dribble driving into the paint, shot up and rimming in. Good. Always good to get that first bucket of the second half. Ivy down low. Good defense by Faith not to foul. She played her straight up. Once again with the good defense. Now Ivy has the rebound and the stick back is up and in. Ivy with her first bucket. Skip pass to Nelson, now wide open. Giles.
Foul. Oh, clearly had an arm across the arm. I saw it. No call.
Jump ball, and the possession arrow favors Sacred Heart this time. Cochran gets it off to Getz. They clear the timeline. If we were looking, we would have had the ball. And the reach-in foul on Walker. Faith had her defended. Out front it goes. Getz. Now the other side shot is rimming off, no good, and Faith Cornick has the rebound for Minneapolis. They have not shot well, per se. Minneapolis has rebounded well, though. Nelson stops, shoots, no good, and the rebound's pulled out of there by Ivy. Now Nelson has the stick back. She almost had an easy bucket there. Ivy has to watch what she's doing. She couldn't defend too much or she'd pick up her fourth personal foul. Cochran. Getz has it. Carried the ball. Good call. Changed directions a little bit too quickly and abruptly and had to carry the ball. Giles has it. Gets it off to Vigneri. Just kind of hit and miss on this zone. Just run the clock, Dale. Faith Cornick, clear out on top to Giles. Now down on the low post, Courtney Walker has it. Now a long shot on its way. No good. Nelson has the rebound from Minneapolis and is tied up by Sacred Heart. It will be Minneapolis ball to play in on the alternate possession rule. Would you rather we jumped every one of them, Dale, or just the alternate possession?
I've rather been a fan of the alternate possession.
Giles all the way in, almost has her own rebound. Ivy comes out of there with it.
I think it was put in as a time saver, and I think it very much is.
Faith Cornick with the long arms, and she's been doing that quite often tonight. Nice denial there on the entry pass into Ivy. Nelson, skip pass over to Charisma Vigneri. Now back to Nelson. She's all spotted up. Three-pointer on its way. Oh, I thought it was going in. Faith had the rebound and good defensive play by Sacred Heart to reach in.
Yeah, good reach in, hand on the ball.
And the ball went off Faith's knee and out of bounds.
So what's your opinion on that, Mike? You missed the jump ball after every tie-up?
It's a big-time saver.
Yep.
And it's very fair.
Yep.
The refs are quick to call it like they were there. It makes the game go well. Now down low, shot no good. Ivy has it. Her stick back no good. And they're going to whistle Cornick over the back.
No. Oh, they did, okay. I still have us going this direction.
30-second timeout called for by Coach Weatherman.
30-second timeout.
Faith trying to help out on that defensive board. Whistled with her over the back. Probably a good call.
Just her second personal. We'll be right back. Dale Leach, Mike Perry here on Eagle Communications, Channel 20.
Sacred Heart to play it in under their own basket after that 30-second timeout. Now long shot on its way short. And Forte has the rebound for Minneapolis. Good job by Courtney. Out front it goes, Giles. Bad pass. All the way in she goes. That's Cochran.
32-15.
Entry pass to Forte, loses the handle, and the reach-in foul is whistled on number 3, I believe. Audrey Smith. Minneapolis will play it in under their own basket. Not using up enough time, Dale. Nelson all alone, three-pointer on its way, no good. And the ball is tipped out of bounds by Carolyn Giles. Ashley Reebrock into the contest. 3:27 left third quarter. Bad pass, and ball is collected there by Courtney Forte, and she is fouled.
The fifth team foul? No, third team foul of the night.
First personal foul, third team foul.
Amber Pollen whistled with the foul. Nelson back to Reebrock. Baseline drive by Carolyn Giles. His shot is no good, and Cochran has the rebound for Sacred Heart. Out front, Rodriguez over to Cochran. Dribble drive in the paint, shot, no good. Carolyn Giles has the rebound, but Rodriguez with the reach-in foul. Good hustle by Carolyn Giles.
Second personal foul, team 4.
Courtney Walker back in the contest along with Faith Cornick. We almost throw it away. Courtney Forte all the way in. Shot rimming off. Boy, I sure wish she'd use the glass. Getz has it for Sacred Heart. Skip pass to Rodriguez. Now the entry pass is intercepted by Courtney Forte. She gets it back for us. And Minneapolis back with possession. Ashley Reebrock. All the way in she goes. Shot rimming in. She weaved right through the trees and stopped right at the bottom of the key and just shot, put her in. Now Faith Cornick with the interception. We're just real active on the defensive end, Dale.
Love to see it.
Jumped in front of the passing lane numerous times. There she goes again.
She's tied up. Possession
Time
arrow.
she's tied up by Getz. Possession arrow, we turn it over. Will go to Sacred Heart. Minute 44 left third quarter. And Coach Schmidtberger wants a quick 30-second timeout. Minneapolis leading 34-15. Same lead we had at halftime, Dale.
Yep. Sacred Heart made a little run, but we
held
scored
them
a few
off.
points since.
We'll be back after this quick timeout. Sacred Heart to play it in after their timeout. Rodriguez has it. Clears the timeline for the Lady Knights. Gets on the left wing. Cochran has it. Skip pass to Getz. Now the entry pass. Good ball movement. Trying to get the open look, and there's the open shot. Shot no good. Long rebounds. Goes all the way out of bounds. I thought Getz had a chance for it, and Courtney Walker shielded her. We throw it away for some reason.
That was not a good choice.
No.
Had 2 or 3 players open under.
Yeah.
Other than that.
And for the Lady Lions, Christy Nelson and Caroline Giles. And for the Lady Knights, Amber Palin and Catherine Merritt.
Well, that's a choice, and I'm sure they'll make a different choice next time.
I'm sure when she made that choice, it looked a lot more open than it was.
Yeah. Cochran has it out on top. Minute 18 left in the third quarter. Minneapolis has been in that 2-3 zone all night long, and it's been effective. Nelson with the long carom. As a shot rolls off the back of the heel of the rim. Carolyn Giles gets it off to Nelson, lines up the 3, it rims off. Walker fighting for that rebound, does a heck of a nice job tipping it out to Charisma Vigneri. Vigneri has it, skip pass to Nelson.
Tipped out of bounds by 32 of the Knights.
Holland with the quick hands. We get it into Giles. Good ball screen by Faith Kornick. And now the runner by Charisma Vigneri goes in. Yeah. Faith Kornick picks up her third.
Fouls on number 32, Faith
With 21 seconds left in the third quarter.
She just needs to go to the bench right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't get number 4.
Coach and I are on the same page.
And for the Lady Lions, number 31, Kaylee Pasco.
She has done a heck of a good job
And for Lady Knights, number
denying that pass down the court, and she's had so many tip-aways and steals tonight. 15 to shoot. Rodriguez has it out on top. Smith. Cochran. Nice steal by Vigneri. Giles picks it up. She goes all the way in. Shot no good, but she is fouled. What a play, Dale.
What a play is right. Charisma will go to the line for 2 with 2.0 seconds left on the clock.
Smith whistled with the foul. Charisma Vigneri to the free throw line. Shoot 2. First one up and good. What a way to close out the quarter with a steal and a couple of points. Can't beat it. Good job by Walker. Holland couldn't even turn and face the basket, and the defense by Minneapolis just been superb. Minneapolis leading 38-15. We're in control, Dale. We'll be back with the final quarter here in just a minute.
All right, Minneapolis starts the fourth with the possession arrow, leading 38-15.
Giles gets it off to Vigneri. Dribble drive into the paint. Nelson lines up a 3. Good. Woo. What a different looking team we are, Dale, when you can dribble drive into the paint, kick it back out, and you got a spot up 3. Shooter in down low. Sacred Heart gets the bucket. Palin. It just makes your game so much easier. Good steal there by Cochran.
Fortunately, she stepped on the out of bounds stripe.
Caroline will go right around them.
Oh, turn it over.
Nelson with good defense. Yeah, I thought it might have gone the other way, but they get the call. Good defense by Nelson. Good grief.
Have a timeout, Minneapolis. 30 seconds. 7:07 to go in the fourth. Up 41-17. We'll be right back. Welcome back here.
Sacred Heart to play it in. We're still in that 2-3 zone. Cochran to play it in. Into Ivy it goes, and the shot is up and in. We're going to count it. And for some reason, a reach-in foul.
On Veneri, not Cornick.
Vigneri with the reach-in foul. Anna Ivy with the and one free throw is good. 3-point play for Sacred Heart. Nelson to play it in. Minneapolis with a 21-point lead.
Oh, that is a
And
foul.
a reach-in foul there on number 32.
Almost a mugging.
Amber Pollan.
Fouls on number 32, Amber Pale. Second personal
That's her
foul.
second.
Team six.
Sixth team foul. Next foul will be in the 1-and-1. Pass the ball. There we go. Giles has it. Gets it off to Walker. Entry pass to, that'll work. Faith Kornick with the turnaround jumper. Nice shot. Getz has it. Down the baseline she goes. Scoop shot no good.
Cochran with the rebound, puts it back up and in, and fires.
Pass is good by Allie Cochran.
Nelson with the reach-in foul.
Number 4, Christy Nelson. First personal foul, team fifth.
Cochran's shot went in. They're going to count that and give her the and one here. Free throw. Good.
And for Lady Knights, number 3, Audrey Smith.
Smith in, Ivy out. Defensive purposes. There's the ball handler. Yeah, Cochran. That's her fourth.
Fouls on number 5, Allie Cochran. Fourth personal foul. Team
Been
7.
1-and-1 for the Lions.
Charisma Vigneri to the free throw line. Free throw. Good. Front end of that 1-and-1 goes in. 5 out of 7 from the charity stripe. She's our best free throw shooter. I shouldn't have said that.
Nelson with the rebound.
Nelson, big offensive rebound. Giles dribbles down and bounce passes it off to Faith Kornick, where she's immediately tied up. We turn it over. Cochran. Now Smith has it. Out front, Cochran has it. 6 minutes left in the contest. Smith on the right wing. Back to Cochran. That's Getz with the ball. Turnaround jump shot up and good by Merrick. Vigneri gets it off to Nelson. Now Kornick had an open path all the way to the basket. She's chopped down when she gets to the low block. That's Palin's third.
Amber Lady Lions, Courtney Forte.
8th team foul, so still 1 and 1.
Courtney Forte into the contest. Faith Kornick's free throw, no good. Misses the front end of the 1 and 1. She's perfect from the free throw line here tonight. Courtney Forte with the long arms. Picks off that pass, hands it off to Carolyn Giles. Under 5 to play here, fourth quarter. Minneapolis patient on the offensive end. We continue to throw it away down low. We just can't get the ball fed in.
We retain it.
To the low block. Walker back in the contest. Nelson to play it in for Minneapolis. Kornick out front to Charisma Vigneri. Patient on the offensive end. They're still in that zone. Nelson out front. Charisma stops on the baseline, shoots it in. Nice play by Charisma Vigneri. Good defense there by Minneapolis. Now Walker has a shot at the thievery. Smith all the way to the basket.
Forte's foul. Kornick was fouled.
Yes, she was. Smith whistled for the foul. Kornick will go to the free throw line, as you mentioned, Dale. She was mugged. She had great position for that defensive rebound, and Sacred Heart collapsed to hit the boards, and Faith didn't have much of a chance.
Be another 1-on-1 opportunity for Faith. 19 fouls on the Knights, 5 on Minneapolis.
Free throw up, rimming in. Shooter's roll. It went in. 47-25, Minneapolis with a 22-point lead. Kornick's second throw on its way. It is front rim, no good. Nelson almost had that rebound as well. Cochran has it for Sacred Heart. Pass to the wing, now back to Cochran. Cochran loads up a three, no good. And the long rebound's pulled out of there by Nelson. 2-on-1. Oh, long shot by Charisma, no good. And Faith Kornick had the rebound on the backside, and she is hacked.
Hacked on the putback.
I thought Charisma was going to pass it, but she cranked up a three ball. Faith will have a two-shot foul. First free throw is good. .352 left in the contest. Minneapolis 48, Sacred Heart 25. Free throw, good. Got them both.
49-25, Minneapolis.
Cochran out on top. Smith takes an extra step and a slide. Turns it over.
Must be kind of icy out there.
Yeah. Carolyn Giles gets it on the wing to Walker. Tried to get it to the other side and gets right there to intercept the pass.
Walker with the foul, maybe?
Must have been Walker, because
Nope.
Yeah, Carolyn didn't think she had any of the skin. She
they
just
called it
had
on
all
Giles.
Ball. Called that on Giles.
3:27 remaining in the contest.
Cochran to play it in, gets out on top.
Offensive foul.
Illegal screen on Merrick. On the inbounds play, Dale. Very unusual. Giles gets it off to Nelson. She clears the timeline. And the reach-in foul on Palin. That's her fourth.
Fouls on number 32, Amber Palin.
So
Double
Nelson-
bonus now.
Nelson will go to the line for 2.
Line shooting 2, Kirsty Nelson.
Free throw up and, oh, halfway down, came back out. 11 points on the evening for Kirsty Nelson. Make that 12. Walker back in.
Minneapolis has doubled up the score, 50 to 25 with 3:17 to go.
Cochran, good double team by Minneapolis. Baseline jump shot, no good. And the rebound's pulled out of there by Sacred Heart. Shot no good. Ivy has it, and our leading rebounder, Charisma Vigneri, comes away with the rebound for Minneapolis. Nelson, three-pointer, good. Wow.
How many is that for, Mike?
That's 3 threes on the night. Shot from the outside, long 2 by Getz. Nelson has it, gets it off to Faith. Forte all the way in, had a scoop shot. She needs to just stop and face up and shoot. Oh, there's a walk right there by Merrick. Nelson with a nice evening. Walker has it, gets it off to Vigneri. Back to Walker. Reetbrock.
Ran into a brick wall there.
Did a good job by not picking up her dribble down there on the baseline. Was able to dribble out of trouble there. 2 minutes left in the contest. Giles back in. Probasco in for Minneapolis. Reetbrock along with Walker. And we throw it away. They almost turned it over. Good defense by Courtney Walker and Carolyn Giles right there on the double team. They're not going to count that basket as she shuffled the feet before she shot the ball.
1:32 to go in the contest.
Walker to play it in, gets it into Probasco. Back to Walker. There we go. Good job. And
we travel.
Ashley travels. Smith back in the contest for Sacred Heart. Cochran. Rodriguez. Cochran's going to shoot it, and it's good. It's a 3. Glad she hadn't been doing that all night long, Dale.
Yes.
Ashley has her pocket picked, and she dribbles it off her leg out of bounds. Under a minute. Cochran again. Front rim no good. Smith has the rebound for Sacred Heart. Now Smith wide open from the wing. Shot no good. Smith hands it off to Cochran. Out front it goes. Shot from the outside. Rims off. And Probasco has the rebound for Minneapolis.
Just fouled by Cochran.
Cochran's reach-in foul is her 5th. She will head to the bench. Pollen back in the contest. Probasco to the free throw line. 2-shot foul for Kaylee. Free throw good. Rattled her in.
We'll take it.
54-30. Second throw on its way, rimming off, no good. And the rebound's pulled out of there by Ivy. Rodriguez has it. Entry pass to Ivy. She's all alone. Shot up and good.
Basket's good for 35, Ivy.
A little tough to match up with her with Kornick on the bench. Walker is going to hold it out, and that's the way it's going to end, Dale. Very nice effort by the ladies here tonight. 54 points and held Sacred Heart to 32. Victorious Lady Lions.
Quite a revenge factor here for that 2-point loss at Salina back in December. Quite a different team we have that played in
Yes,
that
we
game.
do. Much different team. We have improved vastly.
We will be back with the wrap-up.
Welcome back to the gym. Minneapolis Lady Lions victorious here tonight against the Lady Knights from Sacred Heart. Scoring for Sacred Heart, Schlegel off the bench had 2. Amber Pollen had 4. Hannah Getz had 5. Anna Ivy had 7. Catherine Merrick had 6. And leading Sacred Heart scoring tonight is Allie Cochran with 8 points, all in the second half.
They kind of evenly spread that around, didn't they?
They did at that. For Minneapolis scoring, Kaylee Probasco had 1. Ashley Reebrock had 4. Kirsty Nelson had 15. Courtney Walker had 2. And leading Minneapolis in scoring tonight, we had 2 girls with 16 points. Charisma Vigneri was 16 and Faith Kornick was 16. So we had 3 girls in double figures, and they're all with 15, 16 points. That's tremendous.
Yes, it is. Scoring by quarters. First quarter, Minneapolis 13-5. Outscored the Knights 17-6 in the second. 8-4 in the third, and they clipped us by a point in the final stanza, 17-16, with the final 54-32 tally. We slightly out-rebounded them 30-27, and they had 3 more turnovers than we did, 23-20. A lot of turnovers for us, but not as bad as it's been at times in the past. So the Lady Lions moved their record to 7-8 overall. So that's, excuse me, that's the boys. 6-9 overall and 2-5 in the league. Congratulations, girls. Next Tuesday they go to Ellsworth, and that'll be a toughie.
Yeah, well.
And then they're at Southeast Saline next Friday. With that, Dale Leach and Mike Perry are going to sign off this one. We'll get ready for the boys contest coming up.